Hello, welcome to Simply Linux, where I am bored. So, we're just going to go through a few things. This is actually the ISO that I have released. So, okay. I will go through the install very briefly. I will pause it at the boarding bit. So, as you know, the install, I probably opened up more than one there, have I? No. Okay, we'll just click next. I will just erase this entire disk. I do believe there's only 8 gig on this disk, but that's fine because it's only going to be an install anyway. I won't be updating or installing anything else. Yeah, it's telling me that 6.2 is available while 7.1 is needed. So bear with me, and it gives me an opportunity to play with one of these tools here. First off, let's see how much space I have. 3.1. So still running, is it? Oh, that's why. Okay, that's dead. I'll just remove that for a minute and make a quicker one up. I'll put it in Trin Home and Pleasant or whatever it is. That'll do. Trin Light still do, won't it? Excuse me. So it could be a Linux and 64-bit. Yeah, I'll give it a bit of RAM. Where's 1248? Yeah, 2 gig will be fine. Create next. I know people use fixed, I use dynamic. It makes no difference, except for when you're doing it. So, system processors will give you 2 acceleration kVm. Display, just bang that up. Leave that as VM SVGA, don't bother with the 3D business, pointless. So, we'll choose that. That one there is the older kernel, which is why it says 536. This one contains 537. So, okay, we'll boot that up. And in fact, we'll just go straight to the install. Because everybody's assuming loading up things before. And after I've done the first bit and it's installing, it's 1840 now, which is 27, well, just turned 19 minutes to 7 post meridian. And it's Thursday the 24th of October in the United Kingdom. So just wait for this. Lets me from my keyboard. I'll press. So yep. Just go next. Boarding. Go on. Please wait. Okay. It's just searching partitions. Next. Clip it into our size, and you can say warning, you are going to be formatting, blah blah. Yep. Okay, the install's on its way. I'll be back in a second when this is finished. It is now 6:41. Okay. Boarding bit out the way. Just the bootloader to do. That literally took what, a minute and a half, somewhere around there. Which isn't bad. Well, 2 minutes now, or 2.5 minutes. So about 5 minutes, all in all, to depending how fast you click that next button for a full install of Trinity. And it is the full install. It's a 2.2 something gigabyte file. Hold on, can tell you. Oh, here we go, finish. Just while that's rebooting, let me get my file browser here. Music, blah blah. Music, blah 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 blah. I can't find her. Oh yeah, there's one. That's the old one. The one I'm using is 2.3. It's registering 2.3 there. So we'll press enter on that and just let it boot. And I do have other browsers open, and I'm actually uploading this ISO right now, and you can see by my upload speed it's going to take another 7 hours, and I'm nearly halfway. Oh boy. So that'll be fun. Just let's see if there's anything on there that... No, I'm not worried about that. I have failed to ban. Okay. Is that this part of the journey of where I am in the world for my time zone? I will put a root password in because this is actually a an install now. I'll even leave it as Ollie because everybody knows me as Ollie or Pleasant or Simply or whatever. So that's just a quick install part for you. I don't have any tools installed yet, but we can install those afterwards, and we will. So just bear with me while I kick this off, and we'll make that bigger. Because before I install the tools, Trinity has a nice way of changing resolutions without them. And there we go. And for this is more for Mitchell. I think it was Mitchell who says like change resolutions, and yes you can. Let's choose one that will fit inside my 1080 thingy with the taskbar. Something like that will do. Except it hasn't, has it? And no, because it is now down here. Okay, let's full screen that, and we'll choose another resolution. 1680 by 1050, yeah, that'll do. Well, accept that configuration. Accept that configuration. What I want to go through actually is some of the Trinity settings. So here we are at the Trinity settings. You can see that it's Trinity version 14.0.6, kernel 5.3.7 on 64-bit, and the system is indeed Linux. So we can go here for our backgrounds. At the moment I'm using this, which is a Trinity Shasta wallpaper, and it is scaled. It is a big picture. And from here you can actually set up a slideshow as well, where you can actually select all these wallpapers. If I just click on Not Alien there. It will actually show all these wallpapers at a time. You could change pictures after every 60 minutes. You can change the order of that, of course. I'm actually resetting that back. We have colours. I've got pclinuxos Trinity here, which is the theme I made up, but we do have other colours. That's very bright indeed. Good old CDE colours. which isn't that bad actually. We have dark blue, if you wish to have dark blue colour scheme. Also isn't that bad. We do have high contrast cores, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. I'll just go back to my default. From here you can adjust the fonts. At the moment they're all pretty small and serif and all that. DPI is not forced, but we can apply that. Now you can only start from new and we can have anti-aliasing and how which styles to use, etc., and what styles not to use. Of course it's going to say that. So let me close that down and open it back up to see if there's any difference. Not really, not for me anyway. We can go back to desktop appearance and fonts, and we can make all these fonts or even change them. A lot of people like the Ubuntu font, which is installed, and we can make it a tad bigger as well, because somebody says they were visually impaired, not blind, not needing the magnifying glass or anything like that. And as you can see, the left hand side of the screen there is now nice and chunky. I'll just leave that there for a minute, and of course you can change all the rest of it as well, like the window title. We can have numbers, and we can increase the size of that a little bit as well to make it a bit bigger. As you can see, the font at the top of the screen here and top of the title bar has changed, and so on and so forth, including the desktop ones. And I'm just messing about with oh, that's a big one. All those are big. Windings obviously not. That's quite a nice font actually, that is. Verandia. Verdana. Verandia. Where did I get Verandia from? No, choose a 12 font for that. Apply. That's all those now nice and chunky. Okay, we can change the icons as well. We've got Crystal SUV is the standard one, but apply changes, and we have these nice ones there. Now we have launch feedback of course, and we have style. At the moment we're using cute curve, but there's also plastic and so on and so forth, so we can change the combo boxes, etc. You may have noticed that an up-to-date icon has decided to disappear up there. It's because it's a Python app and it just doesn't sit well on the taskbar. Once you've got it all set up though, next boot will be fine. Theme manager of course, where we can change the themes or even create a new one to your satisfaction. Can also use zero text and window manager of course. TWin is the actual stuff. Okay, into desktop behavior. File icons, show the file icons, device icons on the desktop if you wish. For when you're plugging in your USBs, it will show up on the desktop. It can be turned off from there. There's also the desktop menu at top of screen, or current application menu bar at top of screen. If I click apply on there, you will notice that the taskbar is gone from the actual application, and now it's showing itself at the top there. If I just go back to none, it glues itself back onto excuse me, it glues itself back onto the application itself. Here's where you can set up your multiple desktops, up to 20 of them, and if I click apply, you'll see at the bottom of the taskbar here, I've now got 20 virtual desktops with 3 and 4 for some reason not being named, but I normally just round it to 2 or 2. Saves memory. Mouse wheel over desktop, background switches desktop. My open box is up where you can rotate things and it will flick through desktops. It actually drives me nuts sometimes because I have a bad habit of doing that. We've got the panels here where you can customise the size all the way up to more or less a quarter of the screen there. We'll just reset that back. Of course we can have the panel anywhere, literally. If I just apply that, called go to the left hand side there, but you can also drag. See if it isn't locked. Oh well, that's because I got the panel open, I guess. The panel settings open. We also have hiding, appearance and menus. Yeah, NetTablet's gone for a walk. Yeah, we've got the style menu of Trinity Classic called Kickoff. The Kickoff menu, of course. Just let it redo itself there, which it will in a minute. I do have a lot of background processes running on the host machine, so I do apologise if this VM looks a bit slower than it should be. But as you can see, that's the kickoff menu, and we have the traditional classic. Now you can edit the TDE menu from here as well. So we have the menu editor where we can do translations, etc. We'll close that for a minute. Description, name and description, description only, all that kind of business. You can change the menu icon here, show tooltips, text its application if you wish to. You can also show hidden files, maximum number of entries for reasons, show applications most frequently used, etc, etc, which actually starts at the top there. Go to taskbar, and this is the global taskbar configuration, and you can actually have custom colours and background colours and so on. Now, window behaviours, of course, including translucency. You can turn on the composition manager if you wish. There's no wobbly windows here. All it does is like shadows and that kind of thing. And you can tick all those, of course. Oh, and it's turned itself back off for some reason. And you can see there's this nice little shadow behind the desktop there now, behind the window. If there is another application there, it does seem to take a picture of that as well. Of course we've got effects, fading windows, including pop-ups. So if I close this now and reopen it, it should fade in rather than... No, it just went straight away, didn't it? Anyway, yeah, I am on a virtual machine and I didn't give it that much. So, that's the window manager, desktop and master, window behaviour, and I'll just turn it off. Okay, title bar actions. If you click the double title bar, it will shade, as it says so there. And you can do other things as well. Just let me... There we go. Little graphical glitches are not due to... Doesn't normally happen. And of course you can do the same for the wheel event. left manual raise and activate, and so on and so forth. That was in the window specific. You can disable focus prevention and all that kind of business. Click to focus. You can also have sloppy focus where you can follow the mouse and so on and so forth. Window actions, moving, display context with moving windows, animate, restore, placement is smart, and you can also do centered or zero cornered, etc. Border snap nose, snap windows only when overlapping. I have that turned off. Shading enable hover. Active desktop borders disabled and when moving or always enabled. That's when you have an active window, you can move it to another window and it will automatically take it to your second screen. But you can also pick the window up here and drop it on 2. If I go to 2, there she is. So you can actually move your application around in that little tiny window down the bottom, which I think is rather cool myself. Okay, we go into Internet and Networks and the connection preferences. Don't really need to touch any of this at all. You can do your window shares here. This is for the clients only, not the server, so if you've got another machine running Windows and you've only got the one user, you can put username and password in there, and hopefully that will work for that. Proxy, I'm not using any proxies or anything. Samba status, of course. Unable to run SMB status, and the reason that is because I do not have any SMB installed. Under web browser we got web block filters. You can add the filters there. This is for Conqueror web browser, not Brave that's installed. Cookie management and all that kind of business. Automatically accept setting cookies to all customers set. You can do that, and that will just save you a lot of heartache if Conqueror does pop up. Fonts again, you can use the fonts for the web browser. History sidebar, etc, etc, style sheets. You get the idea. ZeroConf servicing for the ZeroConf network browsing is available. So anyway, after preferals, this is where you can do the size and everything else and apply TD at startup. So if you do have a unique resolution that you need rather than the one that's default on your system, perhaps you need a resolution demo because of scaling, etc. You can set this here and apply it to here, and it allows tray application to change startup settings. You can also check that there. Also it's power control, and you've got standby after and all that. I have it turned off. There is a problem with power management with Trinity on pclinuxos at the moment, which is something we are figuring out. It will work in root but not as a user, and it's kind of perplexing at the minute. It's not really a big deal unless you like putting things in standby. Oops, I meant to have discarded that. Okay, it's loading hardware, where you can see different parts of your hardware. A bit like NXT does in a way, all the way down to video capture on devices, VRAM, etc, etc. You can also put your ICC color profile in there if you need to have color correction for the screen, etc. You may need to do it through admin mode. ICC color profile support for all your designer and photographic needs, etc, etc. You get the idea. Color accuracy and that kind of business is done from there. We also have information about CD-ROMs. It does actually list the CD-ROM even though there's not one on the host. And as you can see, it can write RAM drives, but it can't write do CDRs. Really? Okay, fair enough. We also got devices. Yeah. DMA channels. There is no IEEs. Your interrupts. Don't interrupt me by. Input output ports. Open GLIO. There you go, VMware Inc. It's actually using a VMware driver rather than the VirtualBox driver. That's interesting. Missing SDI 1.3, etc. Partitions. These are partitions, there's 15 RAMs. Partitions we have SDI, SDI1, SDI2, SDI5 and SRO, which is the fake CD. And it was PCI bus, what's connected to it, and etc, etc. At PCMI, there's no controller detected. That will be correct. And there's my processor, little 4300U at 1.9. Such a, at the moment it's kicking out 2.4 GHz according to this. And there's only 2 cores shown because I only gave it 2 processors. Well, I've only got 2 cores anyway, 4 thread. I gave it 2 cores out to get SCSI channels, of course. Sound, simulation, blah blah, duplex. Not everything config, not everything config for MIDI devices, and all that business. USB, Xorg, layout information there, resolution 202 by 169 dpi apparently. 7 depths of 24, 30, 31 to 32 bit. Rather cool. No joypads, although there is one there. It's actually picking up the USB tablet, which is my mouse. Oh, isn't that cool? Yep. Loading keyboard. This is where you set the keyboard repeat rate, or you can use the bar settings. You can have numlock turned on or off, or leave unchanged. That startup if your BIOS takes care of that, of course. Click volume for those who need it. Laptop battery, show battery meter. Now it's saying your system has partial ACPI. ACPI is probably enabled, but some of these sub options are not. So I'm going to have a look at that in a minute in the settings. You can also use mouse navigation with a keyboard if your mouse is upset. And there's also a cursor theme. Now someone asked me about a large cursor theme. I am not sure. I mean, classic X cursor, I suppose it brings me up with the X. I still have to restart TDE to do that. Okay, we can do that, I guess. So let's log out Ali just for a minute. And go back in. I should have just turned off the passwords for this, shouldn't I? And of course I didn't ask it to click my resolution, so what were we at? 1680 by 1050? Yeah, sounds good to me. Okay. Still haven't done any of the thingy. Where are we? Mouse. Of course the cursor theme's there. We have weight, so it's on the old theme Classic X cursors. Do not change cursor theme for the system theme. We've got Wonderland. So I'm not quite sure whether you can change or size that. Extra point acceleration, double click. How far to scroll, etc, etc. mouse navigation, point it to single click. Yeah, I know, not to worry. Storage media, what to do when the new storage media is put in, and of course the advanced there. And have application tools to start off the mount, mount automatically, blah blah, all that kind of bit. TD print for our printing aficionados is the print manager for Trinity. Of course, the print manager, you can choose your own print manager. And of course you can change the fonts, etc. here. Requirements not satisfied for something. Is that allowed? Apparently so. Okay, fine. Okay, we got regional and accessibility. Accessibility. We can use system bell. We can have activation gestures for sticky keys and slow keys. Use system bell whenever a gesture is used to turn as an accessibility on and off. Show a confirmation dialog when a keyboard accessory has been turned on and off. Use the system mechanism with on and off. And you can configure system notifications. Key lock number lock has changed. Hang on, let me see if I can widen that just a little bit. There we go. And so on and so forth. Turn on all sounds. We can turn off all sounds, etc, etc. Let me just cancel that a moment. Modifier keys, of course, and use sticky keys, use slow keys, use bounce keys, debounce time, etc. Anything that will help you use. You can also invert the screen or flash the screen, etc. if you wish. That kind of idea. Let me reset that. So, input actions, examples, activate KRCO, go to TDE website, go to TDI, after pressing Win E or Tux plus E, which is a super key really. So let's try that in E. Okay, probably hasn't been set up. Of course you got Alt F2 as well for our run dialog, and you can even do maths. Actually it's not, it's actually, I think you have to write some in there, but I do remember you could write a mathematical equation inside the run box and it will come up for you. Conky gestures, tabs, you can do gestures, no use of the browsers, blah blah. Next in XMMS, if you have XMMS installed. Perform decop, of course. You can also type a load, that kind of thing. Conqueror gestures, activate next tab, press move right, back, there we go. So we'll reset all of that. The keyboard layout, of course, is actually set for UK because it accepts what I've got now. If you wish to have more than one keyboard though, you can do it from here. Of course you can set currency for certain keys, etc, etc. And the keyboard layout, keyboard shortcuts. Shift out tab for reverse, Alt plus walk through windows, all that kind of stuff. So you can do all this kind of switching. Shortcut sequences you can add them there. As you can see, switch to desktop 1 is Control F1, 2, 3, 4 and so on and so forth. Application shortcuts for copy and paste and all that kind of business. Show menu bars, Control M, zoom in, zoom out, you get the idea. You also have modifier keys, mod 4 super L key, whatever. Macintosh keyboard, Macintosh modifier, so you'll see that things are a bit different on the keys. The modifier keys, it's telling you there what the modifier keys are. So from other window managers, Shift, Control, Shift and CTRL, Alt, Mod 1, Win, Mod 4, all good. Security and privacy, crypto, and these are the SSLs that I could accept, up to 256 a bit. Open SSL paths, your certificates of course, authentication, PSSL, SSL signers, so on and so forth. Username, passwords, name, you can put all your kind of stuff in there. Privacy is a good one. If you want to clean up quickly, you can, there we go, cleaned up, finished. Standard multimedia, CDDB removal is from 3db.org. If you know of another one, let me know, but that's all good. Sound system, just discard that a minute. Enable sound system record, enable network sounds. So nobody's option, if you want to play sound on my computer, or you want to be able to control sounds on this system from the computer. Also a skip prevention, one with the highest priority, real-time priority. And it can also suspend after 60 seconds if nothing's been playing music. It could release the sound card. Auto test. It is full duplex. It will be full duplex in pulse audio anyway. The system bell for notifications, and of course you can turn on all sounds, turn off all sounds, apply to all applications, that kind of idea. As you can hear the sound there for the error one. Okay, down to system admin. Date and time, of course, change date and time, including using the NTP server. It's actually greyed out because the actual pclinuxos OS controls it anyway, but you can choose administrator and change anything you wish there. There's a font installer, you can add fonts, and it will actually probably go, oh it hasn't, yep, you can add your own fonts there. Login manager is for TDM, but TDM isn't installed. And of course we've got globals for the desktop itself, for monitor and display. And we've got paths, and these are the paths to the music paths and so on and so forth. And we've got TDE components, default applications such as email. It says use Kmail, but it isn't there, so we can just run Thunderbird. Yes, I could have set this up myself, but it doesn't really, I don't use email, dedicated email anyway. But yeah, instant messenger, you're probably looking for, I don't know, pigeons there, no, might let me change it anyway. Terminal emulator will be console, but you can use a different one. And of course web browser, you can use like Brave. Oops. Brave, apply that. And then we've got file associations and so on. file manager, standard font Ubuntu, blah blah underscore names, behavior, where we can have move to trash and delete, previews and metadata, quick copy and move, session manager, you know what sessions and services are running for TDE itself. This is not for the actual OS. Got session manager, and you can also have default shutdown option. Any current session is default when you log out. So if I go to and log out Ali, you'll see that the current session is the default one. If I was to press enter, that will be the one. But it's also turn off and turn on thingy. You can also restore previous session or start with an empty session, which is what I like to do. I'll put restore on for you plebs. I mean people, nice people. International spell for spell checking. Conqueror and TD system. One is having congratulated very plans. Please see help. Please seek help. So that is a TDE resource center for TDE. Well, I've made a few changes, but not too many. Mathematics, we have LibreOffice, which I did update to 6.3.2.2. Had to think then. All this is on the same video as before. Down here we got the PCC, of course. Where everything is sorted out. Oh, excuse me. So this is going to be the final release, and it's uploading right now. And I haven't installed any virtual machine tools because I thought I didn't need to with having this. Of course I can make things larger and do some more configuration, but basically configure it to how you want, how you like, and I hope you've enjoyed this little video, because I have. And you can see it's disappeared there. And unlike Windows, by the way, I can send down the shutdown signal and it will obey it. There we go. So I hope you've enjoyed this little venture, and I'll be seeing you soon. Take care and have a very good evening. And if you liked the video, thumb up. If you didn't, thumb down, etc, etc. Have a very good evening. Cheerio for now.